this time we're really excited to just dedicate an entire chat to primarily the exercise part, and just to really hone in into how important that is, and maybe give some ideas of exercises people can include and the benefits of the exercise and how to keep it exciting.
Yeah, so the whole thing is just to move. I think a lot of times when people hear exercise, some people can get afraid because they're thinking, oh, you got to go in the gym, I got to lift this heavy weight, and I got to sweat profusely. And although it's nothing wrong with sweating, let me just say that, but exercise it's many different things. You could be gardening in your yard for exercise, an hour. I know many people that spend, hours in their yard. That's hard work. The bending, the stooping, the digging, the whatever, it's moving your body. It could be walking, in my book, I talk about creating your BMW, your bare minimum workout, right? And that's just something you can commit to doing every day. I talked to a young lady, young lady today. I'm saying young lady, but she was more seasoned lady. But I talked to her about 15 minutes a day of walking, right? And she would say, do I have to go in the gym? I said, no, we're just going to start with 15 minutes a day walking just for 7 days, and then we'll readjust after that. But it doesn't have to be anything, because it's all relative. Exercise. So what people see me and what I do, and they think, I can't do that. Well, I don't want you to do that yet. Okay. I don't want you. I know, but it's all relative. I meet people where they are, but exercise can be gardening. It could be walking. It can be jogging. It can be, you can do intervals. You can jog a bit, walk a bit. It can be
dancing,
free weights. It could be dancing. It can be Zumba. It can be Pilates. It could be a number of things. Kickboxing, boxing, bike riding, skateboarding, skating. It can be a number of things. And so the whole idea is just to move your body, get the heart rate up a little bit, get the blood, pumping. It's just having your heart rate elevated, for a certain period of time. But yeah, it doesn't have to be pushing hard weight in the gym every day. I tell people when I do my HIIT trainings, it's just body weight. That can be more strenuous really than pushing, some hard weights. So it's just exercise. That could be cardio exercise. That could be resistance training. But we need both of those too, and that's not to go off into another subject, but that's a big misconception a lot of people have, is they think cardio will help you lose weight quicker than resistance training, right? And no, it's a resistance training. So this is the analogy I use. I said if you do cardio, you're burning calories at the rate of a match, right? But when you do resistance training, you're burning calories at the rate of a bonfire, right? So which one would you rather have, the bonfire or the match, right? And another tip is the strength training, you're burning calories 24 hours, even after you finish the event. With cardio, the minute the event stops, the burning of the calories stop. So that's just some tips, So I know, our people like our Zumba and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with cardio. You need both, right? But you got to have some strength training in there as well. Absolutely. At least 2 days a week, I tell people you need to be doing some strength training.
And that's because it builds the muscle.
Absolutely.
The muscle is what's continuing to burn the calories in the fat.
Yeah. So you get leaner, when people want to lean out, and get trimmer. So you can actually, a person can have the appearance to look smaller than someone else. Like people look at me and they assume, they make an assumption, and my weight is always much lower than when they think it is. Because, muscle, weighs more than fat, I would say. And so people say, oh, you can't be more than like 140 pounds. I'm like, I haven't seen that in a minute. I'm a little bit more than, well, right now I'm probably about 147, but typically they have me much lower than I am, just because I look smaller. So when you're more leaner, you have the appearance of being smaller. So that's when you start losing inches, but we're looking at that scale. We want the scale to move. I'm like, no, you want to get leaner. So you'll burn the fat, and that's what as we know, the leucine does. It reshapes your body, right? And so a person looks different. It's like the scale didn't move that much, but my clothes fit differently, and that's what the strength training will help.
Because the muscle weighs more than the fat.
Absolutely.